Council of Akwa Ibom has congratulated the senator representing Akwa Ibom Northwest Senatorial District, Senator Godswill Akpabio, on his emergence as the minority leader of the 8th Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Akwa Ibom described the emergence of Senator Akpabio as the minority leader as a good news, consolidating his uncommon leadership quality. The paramount ruler recorded his earlier statement, which he said, "No one can burn the truth, no broom can sweep the flood, no one can stop God's will, and no darkness can overthrow the light," adding that the people of South-South are proud of Senator Akpabio. The Commissioner for Youth and Sports, Mr. Monday Uko, has restated government's resolve to always commit the state to God. Mr. Uko said this while receiving members of Akwa Ibom State Christian Youth Leaders Forum. Our correspondent completes the story.
Represented by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Mr. Nsedem, the Commissioner enjoined youths in the state to exhibit Christian virtues and change the orientation of our youth to live a godly life in order to bring sanity to the larger society. He described Mr. Udom Emmanuel as God-fearing governor who is committed to youth development, as he has sponsored 200 youths in skill acquisition abroad. The Commissioner reiterated the Ministry's readiness to impact positively on youths and advise them to refrain from societal vices which are inimical to their growth.
Everything we do day in, day out, it is widely open before God. So I try to advise young people whenever I have an opportunity that try to do those things that will protect you. Because when you are not protected, your life is at stake.
Earlier, the president of the Akwa Ibom State Christian Youth Leaders Forum, Evangelist Ubong Itoen, said the forum is an umbrella for youth leaders in all Bible-believing churches, which seeks to edify the body of Christ, as well as repositioning youth to imbibe good Christian values. He pledged the forum's support for the present administration in the state.
Our aims are to rebrand our youths to fear and put God first in everything they do, rather than seek personal gratification. To raise youths who are willing to stand for one Akwa Ibom State. To raise youths who believe in the transformation of Akwa Ibom and are committed and willing to sacrifice to make it happen. To raise youths who are disciplined and willing to take leadership responsibilities anytime, anywhere, and under any condition, among others.
In a related development, the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Youth and Sports, Mr. Nsedem, has called on professional footballers in the state to bring their wealth of experience to bear in salvaging the dwindling performance of the state's football teams. He made the charge while receiving the executive officers of the Akwa Ibom State chapter of Association of Professional Footballers of Nigeria, APFON. The Permanent Secretary described football as a unifying factor for the people of Akwa Ibom State and pledged the support of his ministry to the activities of APFON.
How can we now help our team to grow as professionals? How can we as a people you know about football?
The state chairman of APFON, Comrade Maurice Silas, said his organization was at the ministry as part of its familiarity tour of 2015. Comrade Silas described the Permanent Secretary as a role model for young people of the state and sought the support of the ministry to enable APFON function effectively.
The Association of Professional Footballers of Nigeria is the official players' union recognized by the Nigerian Football Federation, recognized by Federation of International Football Federation, FIFA, and is also recognized by Akwa Ibom State Football Association. It is the official players' representative. And specifically we are here because we know that as the engine room of the Ministry of Youth and Sport, as regards formulation of policy and implementation, our partnering with you, we improved our players in terms of the calibrations, in terms of contracts, and taking care of their welfare.
In his remarks, the Director of Sports, Coach Anedi Dixon, himself a retired footballer, charged the association to explore means of improving the welfare of footballers, adding that the state government was prepared to partner APFON in the discharge of its duties.
The defunct Government Technical College, Ikora Daiden, in Ibenin local government area, is to be reopened and upgraded to a comprehensive skills training center. The State Commissioner for Education, Elder Nekan Akpan, who announced this during an on-the-spot assessment of the facility, said when the center becomes operational, it will provide employment opportunities and offer skill acquisition programs for the youth. The Commissioner said he was impressed with the quality of equipment at the college and expressed appreciation to the health community for protecting the facilities against vandalism. More news after the break. Stay with us.
For the best of entertainment, incisive news, captivating and illuminating programs, the latest in politics, in-depth analysis of events, sports, and much more. Keep watching AKBC Channel 45.
So good that you're there. 18 students of the Talabari School in Abakiku government area who have completed their senior secondary education in the school have been sent off by the school. The graduation ceremony, which took place at the school's grounds, also featured graduation of junior secondary 3 students to senior secondary 1. Ayanopol reports that the event was attended by parents and friends of the graduates, including the State Chief Judge, Justice Stephen Okon.
The third graduation ceremony of Tower of Ivory Schools, Edenebak, started with a parade by the school band. After the parade, the graduating class, who were adorned in academic gowns, stepped into the arena amidst pomp and celebration, after which were presented to the chairman on the occasion, Justice Stephen Okon, by the principal.
I present the graduating students to you, sir. I do accept that these graduates are awarded senior secondary school certificates.
Speaking at the occasion, the chairman board of governors of the school, Udom Ekbudom, retired DIG, said the school was established with the vision of collaborating with government to bring up children who will not only be self-reliant but employers of labor. The school, he said, has laid a solid foundation which has resulted in nurturing and training of future leaders in a conducive learning environment with qualified teachers, equipped sporting arena, state-of-the-art boarding facility, and other educational facilities. Mr. Ekbudom, who was represented by his wife, Lady Dorothy Ekbudom, also mentioned that the school has recorded tremendous successes in curricular and co-curricular activities across the country, and that the SS3 graduates have passed JAMs with high scores, thereby securing admissions to study professional courses in renowned universities.
We are poised to making a difference in the educational sector of the economy and the nation. So our graduating students, I must say, we celebrate because we deserve it.
In their messages, the Commissioner for Education, who was represented by Mrs. Helen Ante, and the State Chief Judge, Justice Stephen Okon, who chaired the event, commended the school for setting a pace in the standard of education. The duo, while congratulating the graduates for successfully completing their program, advised them to be determined to excel and grow into accomplished professionals.
May I use this occasion also to express my deep pleasure for the high standard and qualitative setting at this school, which has placed the school at an overwhelming pedestal.
We very much appreciate the importance of having schools such as these in our country.
In a graduation lecture, Professor Effiong Johnson of the University of Uyo said the standard of education in Nigeria can only be restored when there is vision, dignity in academic, philosophy of pro-Africanism, and employment of seasoned teachers. The lecturer advised the graduating class to make hard work the watchword.
By making sure that they ingrain in the system a qualitative nature of academic that will bring up these little ones at a standard that is appreciated the world over.
The principal, Mr. Udwage-Kwere, said the graduating students have made the school proud and enjoined them to continue to go higher in their future endeavors. The award was presented to Demuk Bongudoidi, who backed the overall best graduating students for 2014-2015 academic year. Itoro Victor Peters was awarded as the best in social sciences, Rosalind Sunday best in arts, Victor Enang best in management sciences, Sami Enomfon in technology, while Itoro Som backed the best graduating students in vocational sciences. Prizes were also given to best academic students from JS1 to SS2, as well as the graduating class. The PTA members of the school donated books worth 1.5 million naira to the school and also presented gifts to the graduates. High point of the ceremony were prayers for the graduates and cutting of graduation cake, while the graduating class took to the floor in a dance. On hand to entertain the graduating students included a special farewell song, cultural dance, and the orchestra. Some graduating students and their parents in an interview attributed their success to God and hard work.
I think it's my family.
I'm grateful to God, privileged to bring up a child on his behalf.
Iyagino Paul reporting.
The state government is putting structures for economic and technological development of the state. The Commissioner for Education, Elder Nekan Akpan, stated this while in special visit to Skill Development Center Ikoropamba in Strubium local government area. Elder Akpan said government is committed to providing qualitative skill training for youth to become self-reliant, adding that government will assist the center to acquire more machines and equipment to enable it to attain optimum standard. According to the Commissioner, the graduates of the Skill Acquisition Center will be given as part of financial package and call on well-placed citizens, corporate organizations and groups to team up with government in youth development. Speaking on the occasion, the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Skill Acquisition Development, Dr. Majori Abasiodion, enjoined young people to embrace skill acquisition programs of the state government, which she identified as panacea for self-development. Briefing the Commissioner during the visit, the Executive Secretary of Akwa Ibom State Life Enhancement Agency, Ms. Udwak Antai, said the Skill Acquisition Development Center at Ikoropamba, since establishment, has trained and graduated more than 150 persons in data processing, catering, hotel management, soap making, welding and fabrication, as well as dressmaking and fashion designing. She said the center has 125 trainees and 9 part-time instructors. Ms. Antai listed inadequate staff vehicles, hostel accommodation for the trainees as some of the challenges facing the center. Elder Pan was accompanied by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Dr. Rosemary Essien, the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor of Skill Acquisition Development, Dr. Majori Abasiodion, Special Assistant to the Governor of Schools Monitoring, Mrs. Sarah Esrikot, and directors in the ministry. President Muhammadu Buhari has warned against illegal mining in the country, saying that the mining sector is target for economic diversification. 2 passenger trains in India have derailed, killing at least 27 people. Boxing heavyweight Floyd Mayweather is set for his 49th bout. These and more in a national and foreign news segment brought to you by Mercy. Thank you.
President Muhammadu Buhari has warned that the federal government will no longer tolerate illegal mining and other improper activities that have obstructed the growth of the solid minerals sector. The warning comes after the president received a briefing from top officials of the Ministry of Mines and Steel Development, led by the ministry's permanent secretary. The president noted that the mine and steel sector was very important for the diversification of Nigeria's economy. The Nigerian Senate has screened and confirmed the appointment of the service chiefs that were newly appointed by President Muhammadu Buhari on July 13th, 2015. The screening, earlier slated for last Thursday, was postponed due to the pulling out parade program in honor of former Chief of Defense Staff, Air Chief Marshal Alex Bade. The new service chiefs are Major General Abayomi Olonishaki, Chief of Defense Staff; Major General Tuku Barutai, Chief of Army Staff; Rear Admiral Iboete Ibas, Chief of Naval Staff; Air Vice Marshal Sadiq Abubakar, Chief of Air Staff; and Air Vice Marshal Monday Morgan as Chief of Defense Intelligence. Retired Major General Babagana Mungunu was also appointed as National Security Advisor. The Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, has urged the new service chiefs to tackle Boko Haram insurgency and oil theft in the country. In France, technical experts at a specialist military facility in Toulouse are examining a washed-up plane part that is suspected to belong to the missing flight MH370, a Malaysian plane that got missing in March 8, 2014. Flight MH370 disappeared after it inexplicably veered off course en route from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing with 239 people on board. A colossal multinational hunt for the aircraft proved fruitless. According to experts, the washed